I was drafted in 1944. All black units, all of them were studs. They had no jobs for them out there fighting. What they do, they give them the grunt jobs. So I did get transferred to a supply ship. So when we wasn't delivering supplies to the ships, we would go on the beachhead. So I ended up going ashore at Iwo Jima. With the supplies, you had to take them up on the front line. So you may as well be up on the front line with the Marines, because you was more of a target than the Marines were. So here I am trying to stay out of the Marines and right with them all the time. And we bringing casuals back, taking them to the hospital ship. That was one of the most patriotic wars that we participated in. All of the wars, you have some volunteers. Nothing like World War II. I can remember this because I saw it myself. Guys standing in line out there Pearl Harbor for blocks and blocks signing up. I was discharged in '46, back into college. I just came to the conclusion school was out. I went down to the recruiting office. I had tried to get in when the Tuskegee Airmen. I was too young. Volunteered for the Marines, and I got shipped to Quantico as a steward. Very unhappy young man. I had to request mass. My officer in charge, you request mass when I tell you to go request mass. We had an individual that was very Southerner, and I wasn't going to get nowhere there. Battalion commander came through. We was standing there for inspection. He stopped and said, "How things going, Marine?" I said, "Sir, it's not going too well." He said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I want to get out of this steward branch and come over into the Marine Corps." And about the time I got back to my barracks, Colonel Shooks went to see you. He said, "You got my attention." Some Marines was backing me when I was a first lieutenant. He said, "Do you know what happened to me?" I said, "Yes, sir, I do." He said, "What was that?" "You won the Medal of Honor. You go back to your barracks and pack your bags. You're out of the steward branch as of now." It was one of the moving things for my career, because what Colonel Shooks did led me through my 27 years. I was a radio operator, convoy leader. The trucks are loaded with supplies and troops. Well, what is the enemy's going to do? They zero in on those. There's 2 jeeps. Convoy commander, and the next jeep is your radio operator. It's more or less like you're mobbed. So, this is the radio. They had a huge antenna on, you couldn't miss it. and that's the one that I was in. When we go up, we had to bring troops back down. That's the glory ride. Because they don't want those guys. They want to get the ones that's coming up. We know who's going to be the first ones to go. Out at sea, you the only ship. Tonight, next morning you wake up and there's ships all around you. You know, this is it. They started making the assault. We being the communication company, as soon as the infantry makes the landing and move forward, we're next to go in. And my job was the telephones. And all of a sudden they'll say, "Well, they're getting ready to set up the headquarters." I know how we can get military-type digital telephone system. What I'm saying, you don't have to sit there and wind up this phone to get power. The good Lord's looking after me. I spent 3 wars, and I don't own a Purple Heart. That's one medal you don't want.